Hey guys, Sandra back with another video. Excuse me. Child, why you have no friends? Why you ain't got no friends? You know why you ain't got no friends, but if you don't know, I'm gonna spill the beans right now. First off, people don't know how to be alone. They're afraid of being alone for some reason. And I don't know what it is. I guess they're afraid of getting to know themselves. They're afraid of their own shadow. I don't understand it, but people are afraid of being alone. It reminds me of that verse, be not anxious for anything. That is Philippians 4:6-7. That's Philippians chapter 4, verses 6-7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. So, this includes not being anxious over friends, being alone, etc. Sometimes you need to be alone. It's God's way of drawing you closer to Him. Or maybe you just need to stop being codependent on people. Or you need to learn more about who you are and get to know yourself. Whatever it may be, God is always talking to you. Are you listening? I personally love being alone. I don't want to be around people. Especially people that are draining. They're draining your energy. Debbie Downers, people that are down and unmotivated, and they're talking about and looking at how bad the world is and how expensive everything is. That reminds me of Psalms 1. I'm gonna read that, and please go back over these verses and that I'm reading to you. Go back over them on your own time when you get a chance. But it's Psalms chapter 1, and I'm going to read from 1 to 3. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. Let me go over this again. Verse 1. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked. That means don't listen to how bad things are. Okay? Or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. Don't listen to how bad things are. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. But his delight is in the law of the Lord. This is how man thinks, and so he is. And on his law he meditates day and night. Think as God. Okay? He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. He is like a tree planted by streams of water. You have many streams that God has to bring you your good, which yields its fruit in season. You don't have to wait for the world season to get your good. And whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. You can change that to whatever I do shall prosper. So don't listen to other people there and what they have going on with with what's going on with bad news and all of that. Don't listen to that. Listen, get over it, and let's talk about how we're gonna grind and get this money to cover these prices and whatever expenses that we'll be able to cover. Okay, we're gonna think about ways to do that. I have learned to talk to God and ask Him for help when I have a problem or a situation. If I need to cry, I cry to God. This is how you get to learn who you really are. Learn to listen and trust yourself. Learn to trust your intuition, because you don't need anyone around you. You don't need to let anyone know what you're going through. If you're going through something, nobody will know but God. Nobody has to know but God, because I don't need the opinions of somebody else. That really, their opinion, it has nothing to do with me. It is probably something that I may not do, or doesn't mean it's okay for me to do it. You know, people have their own opinions. So when you go crying to other people about your problems, you're not going to be able to get a direct answer that's for you. It's best to go within and talk to God about it. Another thing is, people always want to talk about other people. Okay, they have drama in their lives. Always talking about their family members. His family members ain't right. You know, all of that. Or what's on the news. Do you know that has nothing to do with your life? That is not your life, and it's none of your business. What are you going to do to elevate yourself, to get out the hood, to get where you need to be, that is satisfying to you, instead of complaining? These are things you need to think about. People are always complaining about something, even about they tired, aches and pains, etc. Don't get me wrong, I used to do the same thing too. I used to do the same thing, but you know what? When you know better, you do better, right? So I realized that half the time we put ourselves in these situations that we're complaining about, that most of the time you can do something about it to get yourself out of it instead of complaining. It's not something you can't get out of most of the time. So, don't talk about it. Be about it. Okay? So that makes me think of, the Bible verse, people perish for lack of knowledge. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to read that one too. Okay, so that's Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. And it simply reads, "My people are destroyed from lack of knowledge." So yeah, God is always talking to you. Are you listening? So, child, I love being alone. It's peaceful to me. It's less drama. I'm freer. I don't like any negativity in my life. And I try to only keep my life as positive and upbeat as possible. Because I believe you can mess up your blessings from God being so negative. You won't be able to see your blessings because you're looking at everything so much negativity all the time. You won't even be able to see when something good happens. When you're positive all the time and not complaining, you're not anxious. Like I was reading earlier, you're not anxious and you're at peace, just like that verse was saying earlier in Philippians 4:6 and 7. You're going to be at peace, and then you will have much more miracles happening in your life. I'm not saying, that you're not going to go through stuff and life stuff, but you can handle it better when you're in a positive mood. Another thing, stop saying, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Or, when you ask somebody how they doing, they say, I'm hanging in there. Or sometimes they don't even know how they doing. They can't even answer it. So this is not something you want to be around. It brings you down. You should be saying, when somebody asks you how you doing, you say, I'm blessed. I'm highly favored. Something like that. It's I don't know. Do you know your words are powerful though? And you bring forth what you speak? God made us that way. Look at the beginning of Genesis chapter 1. And I'm going to read that. Genesis chapter 1, verse 2. And God said, let there be light. And there was light. That's it. It's simple as that. What you say is what you see. God used his words to create. This is how you create things in your life. So speak positive and create that instead. Positivity. When people say the devil busy, people always say the devil is busy. Well, the devil is busy in your life, but not in mine, because I don't see the devil. I ain't never seen the devil in my life. Stop giving the devil that much power over your life. Talk about God more. That's the one you want to have power over your life. Figure out how you're going to fix what is wrong in your life. Stop fixating on everybody else's life, the celebrities and their lives, and focus on you and God. Team up with God to fix your life, to elevate you for more abundance, better health, a better home. Whatever it is, go within you. Those celebrities already have money. Now you got to go get yours, okay? If you're talking about the same thing over and over, then it's time to change, because you're not growing. Doing the same thing day in and day out, you're not growing. You deserve more life, more living. Change. Don't worry about other people. Worry about yourselves. Learn a new skill. Do something different so you can have a different outcome. Stop wasting time watching TV, the news, TikTok, etc. unless you're making money from those things. Use that time to figure out how to make money, more money. If you're not, change your life. Get those things that you dreamed about. Because it can be a reality in your life, but you have to believe it and have faith in God. Trust that it will happen. I'm not saying you guys are doing this, because I'm pretty sure you guys, if you're on this channel, you have no friends because of the same reason, that you're in a different direction than other people, and it's hard to make friends that understand you. But this is for those who are beginning to see. I personally love a drama-free life. If you don't like that job you have, be grateful for it. Don't complain about it. Ask God to show you what to do. Get on YouTube. Make videos. Make one video a day. Get into affiliate marketing. Whatever it is that you're interested in, learn about it. There's all types of videos on YouTube for you to learn about that specific product that you're interested in. And yes, it does take work. Don't be lazy. That's in the Bible too. There's a lot of verses in the Bible about laziness, and you can just Google it, verses about being lazy in the Bible. But this one is in Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4, and it reads, "Lazy hands make a man poor." Proverbs chapter 10, verse 4. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. So if you're lazy, you're going to be poor. But if you're moving and you're doing something and you're taking action, you're going to prosper. There's no doubt about it. You ain't going to get nowhere like that if you're lazy. You have to put in some work. But people would rather complain than to grind. And that's the honest truth. That is the honest truth. So those are some of the reasons that I can't be around people anymore. And comment down below some of your reasons why you can't be around people. And there's some more reasons that they complain. They talk about stuff I'm not into. Wasting my time. They do nothing. Watch TV. Use that time to plan. I don't even want to talk on the phone anymore with people because the conversation is not what I want to hear or talk about. And I'm not saying, never to be around people, because that's impossible. You're going to be around people. But I have eliminated my time spent with them a whole lot. And it seems the more you learn about God, you can't be around certain people anymore or even tolerate them. You do elevate as you grow with God, and it's nothing to be ashamed of, because you will find your tribe. So don't worry if it's bothering you. Don't worry if you don't have any friends, or you have chosen, or even maybe you have even chose not to have any friends like I have, and maybe even chose to be alone and not have a relationship with anyone. But God will send people that are for your highest good to you. So don't worry about that. And if you're really, like me, I don't get lonely and I don't get bored. I love it. I'm busy doing me, learning first and foremost about God and Jesus also. That in turn helps me to learn about myself and taking the actions necessary to build my life through God. Life is all about experiences, and you can't always experience life with others. Sometimes it has to be done alone so you can grow as well. So that's all I have to say for today. Leave your comment down below and let me know about your decisions of not having a friend, or what was your reality of when you knew you couldn't be around certain people. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already, and tap the bell to be notified when I upload a new video, and give me a thumbs up if this resonated with you. And again, thank you for watching. Thank you, and excuse me, and remember, you must hustle.